Yo, what it do, squad? It's your boy Geek Samurai, and welcome to another episode of Geek Samurai TV. Now, on this episode, I want to talk about this movie that came out called An American Pickle on HBO Max. Now, if y'all don't know, I have HBO Max, but not really. I have HBO Now. That's what I subscribe to, but automatically the app turned into HBO Max. So you pretty much have access to any content that's out on HBO Max at no cost if you already have HBO Now. Now, the reason why I had HBO Now is because of Game of Thrones. You know, that was my number one show. Then his Dark Materials came out, and now I got American Pickle. So HBO always puts out good stuff, good content. So, you know, I got to bring all that straight fire. Now, in this American Pickle movie, I'm just going to give y'all my thoughts and what I thought about it. I thought this movie was great. Going into it, I was like, American Pickle. But when I look at the man on the photo, I couldn't recognize him because of the beard. But when I saw who's playing it, Seth Rogen, I'm a huge fan of Seth Rogen. Pineapple Express. I mean, the list goes on. I like Seth Rogen. I like him in The Green Hornet. I like him playing, The Long Shot with freaking Charlize Theron. He's a great actor, comedic actor. And I think that he brings it and he puts his passion to anything that he does. But my favorite movie with him is with Pineapple Express with James Franco. But this movie is really good. It's pretty much talking about American immigrant worker he's working at a pickle factory. He's coming from Splux, something like that. But he's coming over to New York. He's coming to America. He wants a better life for his wife. He finally met this girl that he loves so much. I loved at the beginning of the movie when he digs trenches and dig ditches for a living. Every shovel that he picked up, his cart with his beat up horse, everything falls apart every time he's trying to dig a ditch. But then he sees this beautiful woman named Sarah. Now he sees her and he's like, yo, I'm going to dig 2 ditches so I can get twice double the money. So I can impress this girl and buy her some food. Because it looks like she's hungry. He falls in love with this redhead. They actually fall in love and have a family. And now these are the green bombs. Now, when we finally see that she's pregnant in the movie, he goes to work in this pickle factory in New York. So now what happens with the pickle factory, one day he's at work, all of a sudden he slips and falls into it's like a big jug of pickles, big jar of pickles where they actually produce the pickles, they make the pickles, they mix it and everything. He falls into it with all the chemicals, with everything. Now, the factory is condemned. The factory is, it doesn't pass CDA, FDA, it doesn't pass anything. So it's deemed condemned. They have to shut it down. All the workers get. Now, this is taking place in Brooklyn in like the 1919. That's when he came to America working in Brooklyn. Now, he's been stuck. They hammered and sealed off the whole thing. And it looked like the pickles preserved his body for 100 years. Because he finally gets, these little kids happen to ride their bikes into the actual pickle factory warehouse, and they actually they free him. They free him out of the whole pickle thing. And he comes out, screams, looking like a madman with the beard. Everything is wet. His hat's wet. His beard is wet. Scare the kids off. It looked like these pickles, whatever chemicals was in these pickles, preserved and kept his body. This guy doesn't look like he has any, weight loss. He don't look like he's a skeleton. He still looks the same like he did 100 years ago. Now, these scientists, we have news crew, everybody comes around. They're like, okay, this man is a living testimony to science and what history has made. This man is alive. This man has survived 100 years. These pickles are amazing. Now, he's going around asking, these scientists, what about my family? What about my Sarah? Is she still alive? Is my child still alive? Nobody is alive. He didn't make it. His wife didn't make it. She died. His son, he finally found out he has a son because he has a great grandson. But he found out that he had a son who had a son. So he has a great grandson. It's weird, but I got it. And the grandson looks just like him. It was so crazy to see Seth Rogen playing in a role where he looks like himself. Now, his great-grandson, or should I say his grandson, I don't think it's his great-grandson, but it's weird. It's so weird because he has his son, who then his son had another son who has a grandson. It's weird. So his son has a son. That becomes his grandson. And then his son has another son. Anyway, we get into it where now his son is like he's trying to be an app developer. His great grandson is trying to be an app developer. He's trying to make it. He calls it Bebop because that was the childhood picture that he made when he was a kid, calling it Bebop, all of that good jazz. So this freaking immigrant worker, freaking Seth Rogen's character, he finally goes with him and he's like, okay, I'm Herschel. Nice to meet you, Herschel. What's your name? Ben. Ben is his name. So he meets Ben. Where do you live in, Ben? What are you? Are you a doctor? Are you a lawyer? So he comes to find out he's an app designer. He's developing this app where he's gonna try. You charge something. It tells you how much it is. It tells you, you know what I'm saying? Is it good value to buy it? Is it not a good value to buy it? And he's like, come on, what is this? What is this? Because I think the green bombs are Jewish. So he has that whole accent and everything. It is crazy how good this movie was. And I loved it because now, first, Ben is trying to take Herschel and show him, okay, this is what you've missed for the past 100 years. This is what technology has. This is where we eat. You can drink, you can make water into seltzer water. This is all the technology at our disposal. Now, Herschel's like, okay, we need to put the green bombs back on the map. The Cossacks are our enemies. The Cossacks ran us out of our home country and brought us to America. Now we see that there's a billboard. They finally went to the gravesite where his wife was, Herschel's wife Sarah was, and we see these billboards. And all of a sudden, these contractors who put up this billboard, he looks at them as the modern day, 100-year later Cossacks. Take down this billboard. If not, I'm gonna make money. I'm gonna make good money. I'm gonna pay to take down this billboard. And he actually does it. This guy goes out and he goes to the trash and he gets a bag of cucumbers or pickles. And he gets a bag of salt and he leaves it out there all night when it was raining, lightning, thunderstorm. And he goes and takes the actual pickles with the rainwater, with the salt. Dude, and this guy is selling it. $5, $10, $14. He keeps going up with the prices, yo. Makes a fortune. People smelling it. It smells bad. Oh, but that smell is so potent. It smells authentic. Dude, this is food that was in the trash that people are buying and eating. This guy gets famous more than his own great grandson. This guy's on Twitter. This guy's blowing up on social media. People are lining up in New York. People are lining up, son, to buy this man's pickles, son. Are you kidding me? He finally gets the money, goes back to his wife's gravesite where the rest of his family is, and takes down the billboard. I told the Cossacks I would take it down. I told him. So the great-grandson is jealous. He tries to sabotage him on Twitter. He tries to get the FDA on him to close down his shop. You can't be selling these pickles. You know what I'm saying? This is contagious. This is contaminated. You can kill human beings with this. So, but it seems to like every plan that Ben tries to do, it seems that it backfires because Herschel is getting more and more famous. Now it comes to the point now where he's actually on a talk show or at a freaking, it looked like he's at a debate and they're like, yo, you should run for president. But then you see Ben in the stand. Ben is in the stand and this dude is like asking him a question about how do you feel about Christianity or Jews, something like that. He asked some question about how you feel about Christianity in schools. How should they be praying? Should they be doing so and so in these schools? And Herschel says the wrong things about Jesus, about Christ. He goes in, son. And all of a sudden, there's just nothing but backlash. They can't stand him. They're like, dude, what are you doing? Get this man out of our country. He hates Christ. He hates Jesus. Get that Jew. And they trying to get rid of this Jew and deport him back to Splux. Or Splooks, whatever it's called in the show. Yo. So what happened is next we see that Ben and Herschel are trying to run away from Border Patrol. And what happened is that freaking Herschel screws Ben. Herschel betrays Ben and gets Ben to get deported back to his home country, Splux, instead of actual Herschel. So after a while, Ben ends up freaking deported. He gets to see where his family's from, where his where Herschel actually first worked. And we see that Herschel feels bad for what he did. So now he goes back to the country, impersonating as Ben. He finds him and he brings him back to America. Let's do this together. I'm sorry for how I've treated you. I'm sorry how I've reacted. Let's put your app on the map and we can sell your pickles. Ben's like, okay, cool. You want to help me with my app? I'll help you sell your pickles. I'm good at websites. I'm good at tech. I'm that techie nerd, and we can be famous together. Let's get the green bombs back together. If you have nothing left to watch at home, watch this film, man. Because let me tell you, it was so hilarious. I like Seth Rogen. I think he is hilarious. I want y'all to go watch this movie. I want y'all to go see it because I feel like this movie was great. I give it 9 out of 10, bruh. It was fantastic. I just loved the back and forth with his own character against his own family. All he wants to do is make the Green Bombs famous, make them proud, strong, strong about their religion, about their faith, about their work ethic, making that money, put their place in society, in the world. So, all right, squad, y'all need to go check this movie. If y'all have seen this movie, leave your comments down below in the comment section. Let me know what you think. I'm about to get up out of here. Y'all already know what to do. Follow me on Twitter. My handle's right here at Geek Samurai TV. Y'all also know what to do. Like, subscribe, and share the Geek Samurai TV. And until next time, I'll see you in another video. Peace.